Microsoft PL-300 exam practice questions with explanations are available in the video for you to study. You build a Power BI desktop report that imports data from an Excel file stored on a shared network folder. Later, the file is moved to a new folder location. When you open the report, the visuals show old data instead of refreshing from the new file. What should you do to fix the issue? A. Modify the file permissions. B. Export a PBIDS file. C. Clear the file's permissions in Power BI Desktop. D. Update the data source path. The answer is D. Power BI Desktop still points to the original file path. Since the Excel file was moved, you need to update the data source settings and provide the new file location. Clearing permissions doesn't fix the missing path, and PBIDS files are used for connection setup, not for fixing broken links. You have a Power BI semantic model named Model 1 that uses import mode. You notice the model size is large and want to reduce it without slowing down report performance. What should you do? A. Unpivot unnecessary columns. B. Rename unnecessary columns. C. Change Model 1 to direct query mode. D. Remove unnecessary columns. The answer is D. In import mode, every column consumes memory. Removing unused or unnecessary columns reduces the model size and improves efficiency without impacting query response times. Renaming does not change size. Unpivoting can actually increase rows, making the model larger. Switching to direct query reduces model size but usually increases query response time, which violates the requirement. You create a line chart in Power BI to compare data across the last 6 months. To improve accessibility of the chart, what should you do? A. Configure a unique marker for each series. B. Configure a distinct color for each series. C. Replace long text with abbreviations and acronyms. D. Move important information to a tooltip. The answer is A. Accessibility in Power BI includes making visuals usable for people with color vision deficiencies. Using unique markers ensures that each series can be distinguished even if users cannot perceive color differences. Distinct colors, B, help but are not enough for accessibility. Abbreviations, C, reduce readability. Tooltips, D, are not a substitute for making the visual itself accessible. You are designing a Power BI report that contains multiple visuals. To ensure the report is accessible for users who rely on screen readers, which 2 configurations should you apply? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. A. Add alt text to each visual. B. Use consistent fonts across visuals. C. Use consistent colors across visuals. D. Configure the tab order for each page. E. Enable play access for each page. The answer is AD. Alt text provides descriptions of visuals so screen readers can communicate the content to visually impaired users. Tab order ensures navigation is logical when using assistive technologies. Consistent fonts, colors, B, C, are good design practices but not specifically accessibility requirements for screen readers. Play axis, E, is for animation and does not improve accessibility. You have a Power BI semantic model that contains a table named Table 1, which currently uses import mode. You need to change the storage mode of Table 1 to Direct Query. What should you do? A. Delete Table 1 and then re-add it to the model in Direct Query mode. B. In Power Query Editor, duplicate the query for Table 1. C. In Model View, change the storage mode of Table 1 to Direct Query. D. Add an aggregation table to the model. The answer is C. Power BI allows changing a table's storage mode. Import left-right arrow direct query left-right arrow dual directly from the model view settings. Deleting and re-importing A is unnecessary. Duplicating in Power Query B doesn't change storage mode. Aggregations D improve performance but do not switch storage mode. You plan to build a Power BI report that connects to multiple data sources. One of the data sources contains tax records. You must ensure that other queries cannot access or combine with this sensitive data. What should you set the privacy level of this data source to? A. None. B. Private. C. Organizational. D. Public. The answer is B. Private. Data is considered highly sensitive. It cannot be combined with other sources unless explicitly allowed. This protects confidential information like tax records. Organizational. Limits data to within the organization but still allows controlled combining. Public. Least restrictive. Data can be freely combined. None. Disables privacy checks, which risks exposing sensitive data. Your Power BI semantic model contains 4 queries: Query 1, Query 2, Query 3, and Query 4. Query 1 loads customer data into the model. Query 2, Query 3, and Query 4 all reference Query 1. You notice that data refresh for the model is slow. You need to improve refresh performance while minimizing costs. What should you do? A. Apply the table buffer function in Query 1. B. In the Power BI admin portal, increase capacity settings. C. Reconfigure Query 1 as a dataflow entity. D. Duplicate Query 1 into each of the other queries. The answer is A. When multiple queries reference a single query, Power Query may re-evaluate the source multiple times, slowing refresh. Table buffer helps cache the results of Query 1 so it's not re-executed repeatedly, improving refresh time without extra cost. Increasing capacity B costs money and is unnecessary for this scenario. Converting to a data flow C could help, but that adds complexity and potential cost, not the most cost-efficient. Duplicating Query 1 D increases redundancy and does not solve the underlying refresh inefficiency. You have a Power BI semantic model named Model 1. You need to ensure that users can trust the data in Model 1 and verify that it complies with corporate standards. What should you do? A. Promote Model 1. B. Create an image of Model 1. C. Apply a sensitivity label to Model 1. D. Certify Model 1. The answer is D. Certify right-pointing arrow used when a dataset model has been validated and approved as meeting corporate standards. It builds user trust. Promote right-pointing arrow indicates usefulness, but not official corporate endorsement. Sensitivity labels right-pointing arrow protect confidential data, e.g., confidential, highly confidential, but do not confirm compliance with standards. Image right-pointing arrow not relevant to corporate validation. You have a semantic model that refreshes every hour, but it is used infrequently. You receive a notification that the scheduled refresh was disabled due to inactivity. Which two actions will cause the scheduled refresh to resume? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. A. In the Power BI service, open a report that uses the semantic model. B. In the Power BI service, open a dashboard that uses the semantic model. C. Enable query caching for the semantic model. D. Import the semantic model into Microsoft Excel. E. From PowerShell, run the Get Power BI report CMD let. The answer is A. B. Scheduled refresh in Power BI is paused automatically when a dataset, semantic model, isn't used for 2 months. To resume, opening a report or dashboard that depends on the dataset reactivates refresh. Enabling query caching, C, doesn't count as usage. Importing to Excel, D, doesn't resume scheduled refresh in Power BI service. Running a PowerShell command, E, doesn't count as actual dataset usage. You have a Power BI semantic model named Model 1 that contains sales data. You need to ensure that Model 1 is refreshed automatically on the first day of each month to include the previous month's sales data. What should you configure? A. An on-premises data gateway. B. A Microsoft Power Automate flow. C. Incremental refresh. D. A scheduled refresh. The answer is D. Scheduled refresh lets you configure Power BI to automatically refresh datasets at specific times, such as the first day of each month. Incremental refresh, C, improves refresh performance for large datasets but does not schedule when the refresh occurs. On-premises gateway, A, is required only if the data source is on-premises. Power Automate, B, can trigger refresh but is more complex than simply using scheduled refresh.